What's going on, guys? Welcome back. It's been a few days since we've been in here. Hectic days on my end. Had the open house, so had to pretty much break down the whole studio and just reduce it to a nice looking monitor, unwired, and the piano on the desk kind of stationed in the corner here. We left the drum kit out, but we took all the mic stands and everything out, all the wires. Just had a nice clean room for people to kind of be able to envision their own space coming in. So yeah, we had to did a little Airbnb on an alpaca farm here in upstate New York, and that was kind of fun. My daughter and I both got shocked by an electric fence that was unmarked, but that's okay. He was a really nice old guy and, new to the Airbnb game and had one overlooked thing. We didn't really care. It was like, one of those little dog shock collar type things. So yeah, we spent the weekend out there and it's been probably 4 or 5 days now, I guess, since I've recorded anything, and I've definitely been feeling it. It took me a little bit of time to get back in here and get in the zone. Those breakups to my routine, really impact. I'm one of those people that like I can keep it going, but then if I stop doing something that I'm kind of like in the process of building a pattern out of, I can really be the type that falls off. So I don't do good at the gym, for instance. Do good with workout plans and that's yeah, so I actually just got done talking to one of my neighbors outside and kind of loosening up my social skills a little because it's been nothing but the girls trapped in a little studio apartment for 3 days or so. But yeah, we're back now, and it's time to keep going on this track. So I hope you're all doing well, and figure we'll start off with a quick listen here. I had one listen in the car last week, and I remember the little wah guitar from the Corey Wong amp was a little bit loud, and then I brought that down a little bit. The bass was still a little quiet, so I nudged that up just a tad, and I feel like there was something. I think I brought the keys back down a little, and now I feel like the keys are not sitting, like their space is not right. We need to work on reverb or something, because it's not it just doesn't sound like it's in performing in the same space as the rest of it. So we'll listen for a few more things. I got a pen and paper here that we could take some notes during the session of stuff to work on, and we should have a good hour here with just you and I. The girls are at the park with the babysitter, and then they're gonna go get ice cream. So my wife and I are having a little free afternoon from that. And yeah, so that's that. Let's have a listen to this. All right. Still sounds really cool, man. It's as good as I can do, at least for now. I still think we can make it better, but it's as good as I've ever done. Um, and if you're sitting on your end going, it ain't that good, dude, nah, I'm in trouble. But so we still have that guitar part to fix. So we're gonna go right down the list instead of being like picky choosy. Let's just knock it out. It's one power chord. Tune up the guitar, strum it, call it good. Knock some little stuff off because it's getting down to the nitty gritty here. But some other things that I had on there, my picks are there. We still got to redo that bass part in the chorus. And we've got different kicks playing, so we got to figure that out. Because the kick in the verse is the first kick that we recorded very early on in this project, and then in the chorus now, it's that the new one where I remiked it, and I took the blanket out of the kick and angled the 602 microphone at the inside wall of the kick a little more than I did previously, and got much more attack sound. It probably had more to do with the blanket than anything though. So so we just need to resolve that. And how I think we're gonna do that is I want to kind of like I want to do with the toms. I want to mic up the kick with two microphones and try to blend a really good sound, and then we'll go through one last take of it. That'll be our final take, and I'll just throw the headphones on. I'll watch and play along with the song as we've arranged the kick, and re-record it on 2 or 3 microphones. I'm even thinking 3 if I can kind of come up with a third one, but that may not be necessary. We can probably get it with just the 2. Blend that sound, save our preset, and that'll be going forward what we start with for the next song. Just load up that preset, and then when we start recording, we've cut out a whole segment of work to be done to make future songs. And I still believe that that's the best path forward. I've never achieved it yet to where it works that fluidly, but I've also never been brave enough to just be like, this song is done. This is done, and I'm done with it. Because it's, you gotta call it at some point, because there's so much you can do. If you just keep saying, well, what if I had this, what if I had that, you end up in a year you have a different song, and this one's gone. And if you had just stopped, you could have 2 songs instead of one that isn't done for another year. And that has been my battle thus far in life. So in a lot of areas, I do that same pattern. So the guitar that I wanted to record is down here. It's just one of these ring out type chords, just filling in the airwaves, if you will. Just gotta get my mouse. Bear with me for 1 second. I'm still my bearings. It's all right. Oh my gosh, I was on Facebook Marketplace looking for a trombone or a trumpet the other day, and this guy had this like blue, like Carolina Panthers blue Telecaster with a maroon red pickguard, and for like $500. And there was a brief moment where I thought I was gonna lose my mind. It looked like the colors like it wasn't this green, but it just looked like it would fit right along in my in my arsenal of things just based on the looks alone, but I probably won't. I probably won't do anything about that. I don't need a guitar. I do need a surfboard though. I'm still floating the idea of zipping down to New Jersey tomorrow to surf this Hurricane Franklin swell. If you remember, as I've said in the past, different interests, different seasons often get in the way of music. This is one of them, surfing. So the dilemma is that it's a 7-hour drive and I have to buy a surfboard. And I'm moving back to California in like 60 days. So could I just wait? Maybe. But like hurricane swells where they're peaking not overnight in terms of the size of the waves, that's what peaking means if you're not a surfer, that are peaking during the day, a good size swell that you can actually make it to, and the final thing, that the winds are good for a whole day, doesn't happen a lot. Like, let's put it this way, it hasn't happened for me in almost exactly 2 years. Was the last time I surfed on the East Coast. Surfed a bunch on the West Coast since, but it's been almost exactly 2 years since the last hurricane swell that I surfed in New Jersey. That one was epic, and I'm just having a hard time letting this one on Wednesday go by, especially when my wife's not technically working, and we really don't have a whole lot going on right now. So we'll see. If you don't hear from me on Wednesday, you can assume you're gonna hear about that on Thursday. So so that could be coming up. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, you know what, man? Why don't you just focus on music? Focus on deer hunting, because deer hunting is going to be coming to an end, but I should get 3 weeks or so before I move. Just hang out in the woods a little bit. And but those two things could get in the way. All right, so it's the Corey Wong amp. So I really don't appreciate this isn't even working. There we go. Okay, it's gotta be. Sorry, I'm trying to find out I don't know why it's not letting me zoom up. This is obnoxious. Oh, okay, it's just off. Duh. All right, sorry about that. It was ridiculous. So I think it's this that we're looking at. You can actually see it on the sound wave there. See those peaks compared to this one and this one? That one did it too, though. How strange. So yeah, we're just gonna record that. I don't think I really need input monitoring for this. That's strange that it kind of did it again. Really just, I cannot stand this mouse. It's obnoxious. I see, I knew that was too hot. It's like I was really trying to hit it when I was setting the level. I was like, I feel like this should be clipping. And then sure enough, as soon as I hit record, it did. Jeez Louise, man, I'm so sorry. This mouse is driving me crazy right now. This mix window out of here. See what I mean, man? You just like, you take a couple days off and I just feel so out of sorts. Like every mouse click feels off. It's very, still a lot of like vibrato in there, but maybe it's just the guitar. I'm sure it's possible there's some intonation issues on this guitar too. If I had that Telecaster, no. You can't buy, there's no reason to go buy a new Tele right now. Or even a used Tele, just because you like the color. It's ridiculous. That one didn't really do it. So I might actually pull that one and just put it here. Oh, it's not long enough. No. That's all right. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll sound like we just added an effect. I hate it. I hate that. I'm gonna try hitting it on like the first three strings instead of the 2, 3, and 4. See if that makes a difference. This just like good lord. I am so sorry, guys. I forgot I was recording. I was not expecting a visitor. But that was a garage sale or Facebook Marketplace item that I totally forgot about. I will edit that out. Don't worry. That's ridiculous to put you guys through that. So I'm a little annoyed though. Like, I guess it'll only matter on these types of things, but it's just a little annoying that my guitar is like requiring that, you know, for if I want to get a nice clean ring, I gotta play it differently than I would actually like to perform it. So that's kind of annoying. But what can you do? We are making this work with what we've got, because otherwise I'm just not going to work on it. I'm just going to go, oh, I need this. Oh, I need that. Not doing that anymore. Get back in the zone here. Merge events. Very nice. Clean sustain there. Okay, that's one thing off the list. Boom. Bridge part 2 guitar. Ending, we're gonna move that to left. Boom. Bass at the end of the chorus. We gotta tighten up the bass at the end of the chorus. So we previously recorded this. Oh my gosh, off camera. I started to do it on camera, but then off camera I ended up doing this merging audio events. And now when you need to work on them, I never really worked on it this way because I just kind of like everything to be in one window sometimes, and I forget that I'm working like this. So I'll be trying to do something like I was doing earlier with the mix window open. So I avoided this editor window at all costs. But it's really nice on the arrange window to see everything real clean like this with no lines. And then if you still need to go in and adjust a crossfade, adjust the start time of a transient, you can do it, which is really cool. It is well developed now that I'm using it properly. Good job, Studio One. Thank you so much. Now, sponsor me later, like in a year, when I've stuck to this and done a good job, then sponsor me or something. But for now, I got to prove myself. Okay, so in the chorus, where's our bass? Here's our bass. Okay, so I don't think that is as complementary as we hoped it was going to be when you consider it in the scheme of the new drums and in what the other instruments are playing. Like it doesn't follow the kick, and it doesn't follow the other instruments, and it kind of makes that section sound less together than I want it to. So I thought we would do, let's get our record track here. Bring that up. Bring that up here. And we'll grab the bass preamp before we take that plug out so I don't have noise. There. Get my bass pick. So I think I want to try two things. I want to try having the bass play along with this. And then I want to try the bass in the beginning following the kick. Kick. And our bass. Like it sounds technical, but I'm not sure I'm going for technical here. I want it to be a nice syncopated rhythm. Maybe I am using that wrong word and I sound like an idiot. I don't know. I want it to be more together. So we could do record the bass to follow along those other instruments, or re-record to come up with a new pattern that better fits that kick drum pattern. That's our other option. So better tune this bass up first, because I'm sure my daughters have gotten to the knobs, although they can't really turn this, but it's pretty tough to turn these knobs. Oops. Oh, it's on input too. Duh. There we go. Okay, we can do that. Let's just do, I'm just going to do my little slow record method, just for the sake of getting it tight in one try here. Turn off input monitoring, soloed, record. Kick drums coming in. All right, that'll do. And we will edit that together real quick here. Detect transients. Guessing that goes there. It's a little sensitive on that detect transients there. That's weird. It's kind of nice when you do it like this because at least like you don't have to think about. It should come out spot on, hopefully. Duplicate track. Sometimes whenever I see just like a little bit of slowness, that's like my cue to resave. All right, now let's mute. That. And let's get these levels a little higher to match those. It's pretty tight. it's like, it's funny, like when you reach a certain point where for years I wanted everything to be heard at like its maximum volume just because I was like attached to it. And now I'm like, no, like this either doesn't need to be there or it needs to be really quiet, and it works better. So what we did is there's this little thing in here. That's the only thing that's different from the rest of it is but that is making this part, when it was here, it was taking away from this is taking away from that tightness of that, like all of those other instruments playing really in sync. Having this one instrument off is not working for me now. So I moved it over, and if you keep it quiet enough, that adds a little complexity to this part, but it has to be really low because otherwise it becomes overpowering and it detracts from other things that I want you to hear as the listener. So well, I think I just like the way that works with the bass. So I don't even think we're going to do anything more than that. Bass at the end of chorus, done. All right, so we've got two different kicks playing here. You know what? 45 minutes. Let's stop this session and we will just start on another one. That way we spread the content out a little bit. So in this session, we did guitar comp, a bass comp, and I did some Facebook marketplacing that I will get edited out because there's barking and doorbells and me being gone for minutes at a time, which is ridiculous. That's terrible broadcasting. So we'll call it good with those two things. And then when we come back, some of the other things I want to work on is I still want to add some shakers, some tambourine, and we got to fix the different kicks. Got to work on our horn sound, or we got to develop a super saw of some kind to replace the horns. And I'll explain my theory of why I'm thinking about doing that on the next video. So thank you guys for hanging with me and coming back to the channel. I know it's been a few days. We'll see you back on the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want to follow along for future sessions. And we'll see you back shortly. Peace out, guys.